Hello, dear world. I would like today to talk a little about the human being. The human being is, to say the least, a very, very unique being, a very unique creature on this earth. We are the only creature that walks straight upright like we are doing, from down to earth and up to heavens. We are like the balance between animals and the earthly, and the divine and the sublime. We are growing into something that is more spiritual, something that can invoke a more spiritual world and a spiritual feeling and fill up our soul with wholesome living. We have the ability to do this by working on ourselves, by always trying to grow, learn something new, and try to penetrate into an understanding of myself and the human being. We are mostly sleeping to emotions. So to penetrate down there, it's really painful, and it really is uncomfortable, and it requires will and equanimity. These things can only come from experiences and sifting through these experiences and learning from them. Not let them define us, not let them become us so that they are in detriment, but use them as experiences. Animals can't do this and take a memory, take experiences, and put them in front of us in our consciousness, and to actually be able to heal it, be able to see it through, to see what did I do wrong, what did I do right, in objectivity, of course. You have to have requirement of being honest with yourself. You can't ask yourself, what did I do right and what did I do wrong, if you are not going to listen to yourself and what you did wrong. And the trick to it also is, when you have realized what you have done wrong, what I do is I try to mend it, I try to heal it as best as I can with little options I do have in the moment, especially if it has gone through a certain point. And it is so important to me to, I call it repent, to feel sorry, to not feel shameful, not feel guilty, but sorry. I'm so sorry. I know what I did was wrong. My soul hurt for it, my heart hurt for it, and I feel your pain. I am so sorry. That is an example of it. We are such unique beings. We are the pinnacle of all creatures on this earth. Not when it comes to predatory, not when it comes to intellect alone, not when it comes to most faculties human beings have. But we have the soul and the spirit and the body with our eye. The eye is the one thing the animals do not have that we do have. Our center point, where our unspoken word and the unmanifest light comes from, where your intentions, where your actions, your goals, your values, all the invisible stuff that actually is as visible as this earth around us if we become aware to it. Because everyone shares in on the same feelings, thoughts, perspectives, and different kinds of esoteric knowledge. You see, oh, sorry, what is that sound? Oh, how annoying. Okay, just to ignore that for a sec. Give me a sec. Oh, it's so hot out today. So, where was I? We can take some examples. Take an animal, for instance. You can see it in their eyes, you can see it in their behavior, you can see it in their more or less instinctual and not with free will, but it is more or less impulsive living they are doing. They are doing a specific role as an animal, as a specific species that does patterns and variations of universal dances, as I like to say. They are one of the many dances here. And when animals come in contact with humans, especially pets and such, you can see that over time, when you live with them for a while and you interact with them, and they start to grow and start to gain eye-like and personality-like structures and capabilities. This comes from us. They can't learn it in the wild. They can't learn it alone. We are the redemption to many creatures that gives them the possibility that one of their members, taken as an example, can be heightened to a certain perspective, and the rest of that species will also be heightened. Just like with us humans. When another human being learn a new trick like geometry or mathematics, it will be easier for the others later to learn this because it has already been sieved through and built up concepts around. You have to do this with everything. You have to build up experiences. You have to build up different ways of seeing things, different lenses, from different cultures, and to see that no matter where in the world you are looking, they are pointing up towards the same thing, but it is with a different flavor. There is nothing better or worse than other things. It is something are more evolved and something are more staying behind. I'm not going to go in details on that. But you can totally see it in behaviors, really. If you think about it, you will quickly find out which one is more evolved and which one is not, is lagging behind and is being a problem in more cases than not. It's so important to cultivate spirituality. What I found out for myself is the more I cultivate, the more I stimulate, the more I process, and the more I heal myself, the more I get from spirit. The more life experiences, the deeper I can live, the deeper I can see truth, the deeper I can understand emotions, the more control of my will I have, the more will to put out in the world what I want to put out and not what I impulsively put out based on reactions. I want to master myself. I want to be the best I can be, to help others become the best they can be, so that we can start a snowball effect, a domino effect, where everyone is gaining in on this evolution of becoming individualistic personalities that understands real spiritual deep love. Not physical love, not chemical love, not nervous system love, but a deep love that requires every single sheaths of us human beings. It has everything I just said into one umbrella, but it is much deeper. It is a heartfelt living. It is you always let the other person you're talking to inspire you with their energy, in a sense, so that you put yourself in their shoes in the moment, but you do not lose yourself. You feel everything they feel with consciousness. And that is how you gain another's perspective and feelings and experiences. If not directly, you get an indirect wisdom from it, an indirect learning and gaining from it. And it is not gaining just to gain, it is to understand with love, to actually learn what real love is, because we have the capability today to build it up and to actually conceptualize it into physical words and gestures and actions. That is what I wanted to say today. It's so hot. Whew. I love you all. May the divine bless us all. Love you all. Goodbye.